or not, the president is a dictator, big time. He only makes you think he's not. But of course, he's acting for the powers to be. Now, and important again to understand, the body's nothing but a bunch of cells. Two major fluids touch every cell, and there's only two sides to chemistry. These two sides of chemistry is one's base, which is the predominant chemistry on this planet. The other one is acids, which is the corrosive side of chemistry. Now, when you look at cellular waste, most byproducts of chemical combustion, chemical activity, chemical interactions are acids, most of them. And you see that in industry, you see it in car exhaust, you see it in exhalation, you see it at the cellular level. So most cell wastes are acids. Knowing the nature of acids, what happens if you can't remove acids? Well, that's what this interviewer was talking to this chemist. And this interviewer said, Mr. Chemist, what kind of things damage cells? And this chemist looked right in the camera. And he said, well, acids, of course. So, who is the one physician that can tell you you have cancer? One clue, not an oncologist. Pathologist. That's what a pathologist is for. He works in the field of histology. What is involved in that? The staining of a cell. Why? Because they want a cell. That's why there's a biopsy. We don't care about fluid in a tumor. We know what that is, don't we? Acid lymph fluid. And it may be a little blood. But what is cancerous? It's a cell that's been damaged. Well, what damages a cell? What makes a vaginal atypical cell? What makes any atypical cell in the body? That's a cell walking down the road to cancer. What side of chemistry does that? They both can't hurt you, although you get up some strong alkalis maybe. Acids. And these acids that damage the cells of your body are the same acids your cells are pooping. It's when these acids build up intracellular. That's in the cell. Imagine holding stool and urine for years. Going to burn your bladder a little bit? Going to burn your kidneys a little bit? Oh, I can feel it already. Absolutely. Absolutely. Acids will rip you apart. Look what it does to a baby's bottom. Burns it, and that's within an hour or so. Imagine keeping these acids in your body for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. Keeping a baby's diaper on them for 70 years, day in and day out, what do you think? Not a pretty picture. Well, the reason you're able to do that without being aware of its damage is because of your body's great design from the Supreme Being and its ability to fight acids. Your body cannot be acidic and survive. Go to any nursing home and you'll find one room after another. Acidosis, acidosis, acidosis. And then they march them down to the cafeteria and give them an acid meal. There's no way they're coming out of this. And I pull plenty of people out of nursing homes. You cannot do it eating acids when your body is acidic. These are not the foods designed for man. Man cannot deal with acid food eating, and the most acid foods are dairy products that are pasteurized and animal products. Beans are acidic. Most grains are acidic. Most of the food man eats has an acid ash in the ending side of that. Not good, because creating acidosis in the body from diet then breaks down the body and backs up this gigantic sewer system. Now, we didn't tell you where your lymph nodes clean their wastes away. We did not touch on that, and that's important to understand. Where from the lymph nodes does your cellular waste go? How do we get this out of the body? Do we reabsorb acids into the blood? Well, we can't do that, and we can't convert all acids to base, and we can't bring the blood down from the 7.4 pH. If I dump pounds of acids that are about 3 pH into your blood, it wouldn't be good. Well, what is the bacterial job in a lymph node for? Break down acids, isn't it? After appropriate bacterial action of the lymph nodes, by the time these acids hit your three kidneys, then these acids should be around 6 or so pH. Much better on the kidneys than 3. Let's see, 6 pH is what? Let's see, there's 4, which is 10, 100, 1,000 times hotter or cooler than they were at the cellular level. 1,000 times cooler. That's good, absolutely. I'd rather have 6 pH hit my kidneys than 3 pH. That's pretty hot, 3 pH. Think of Coca-Cola. So your 3 kidneys are the key eliminative organs of cellular waste. And these wastes must be eliminated out of your 3 kidneys no matter what anybody says. The average person has lost their ability to filter their cellular wastes out of their body through their kidneys. Reason? High protein diets predominantly. This has also had a residual effect of what sits on top of the kidneys and what controls the kidneys. The adrenal glands. There isn't one person, my guess, in this world that doesn't have some degree of kidney and adrenal weakness. The babies, massive, chronic kidney and adrenal weaknesses. Blood pressure 70 over. When you check your blood pressure, your systolic is your adrenal glands, your diastolic is your kidneys. Check both arms, you have 2 kidneys and 2 adrenal glands. What would be your 3rd kidney? Your skin. So when you see eczema, psoriasis, acne, what is that? Something flying in from Moose Jaw, Alaska? Not at all. That's your lymph system oozing out your skin. Why does it look red and bloody and mucousy and all that? Acids. Lymph. Acids. And it'll break your skin down like acids will break anything down. And if you're not filtering out of your 2 kidneys, you're going to be filtering out of your skin. And if you have a thyroid weakness, you can't get enough body temperature to sweat, you're going to hold everybody in. And like I said, there is protection that your body offers itself against acids. Adrenal steroids are the first assault on acids, like cortisol, progesterone, all these are cortical, cholesterol-based, LDL-based steroids. So does that give you a clue that if the adrenal steroids aren't doing it, what's next? LDL directly. Now, every cell wall in your body is full of HDL, high-density lipids. Why? Protects the cell from acids. It's only when acids develop intracellular that you see the mutation of the mitochondria, DNA, chromosomes, blah, 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 blah. On the outside is just the word inflammation where you see pain and swelling. After a while, you'll create cell constipation and a big serious time. So this is why you see years before you see cell mutation in an acid medium, because there is protection offered by the body. There's 2 main antacids of the human body. There's cholesterol, that's the #1 antacid of the human body. What would be the second one? Now, not all you smart people answer first because a lot of you know this. Calcium. And it'll suck it out of every bone, tooth, connective tissue you have to fight acids, because if acids win, you lose. Game's over. So I'm going to cut this video. I'm out of time, and I'm going to add to this video and keep going down this road of cancer so we can touch on the various cancers and what you find remedy for them. But I will tell you, you must understand acids. Most acids at the cellular level are 3 pH. There is a scale, a pH scale. We use this pH or litmus paper to determine the pH of the human body, or the pH of your pool, or the pH of anything. The pH scale is from 0 to 14. 0 to 7 is considered the acid side, 7 neutral, 7 to 14 the base or alkaline side. 7.4 is the blood. Not real base chemistry, but certainly base chemistry. If it gets down to 7, you better find a hospital, because I'll be amazed if you make it. Getting on the acid side, you don't have long to live, guaranteed. So big problem there. Now, cellular acids are 3 pH. Hydrochloric acid in your stomach is somewhere between 1.8 and 2 pH. That's 10 times hotter than cell waste. 10 times. So stomach acid is 10 times roughly or so hotter than Coca-Cola. Now, how about battery acid? We know you don't stick a finger in battery acid because it'll strip the skin right off of it. That's 1 pH. That's 10 times hotter than hydrochloric acid and 100 times hotter than a Coke. Ew, that's hot, right? Ask yourself chemotherapy. What is chemotherapy? Let's see. Most chemo, old chemo was closer to 1. I've seen 1.2, I've seen 1.5. Most modern chemo is less acidic, 1.5 to 2. I've got a chemo up here on the desk that's 2 pH. Okay, hydrochloric acid. 10 times hotter than the acid that damaged the cell in the first place. So let me see. Does this make sense? That acids damage cells and create a cancer cell, and that the remedy to that allopathically is an acid 10 to 50 times hotter than the acid that damaged it in the first place. Make sense? Not on your life. When we wake up to this, it will be a criminal. It'll be a criminal offense to administer chemotherapy or radiation therapy knowing, which they already know, that it damages cells. So all you Christians that are fighting for this, the stem cell and saving all this, what about all the other cells that are damaged and killed with chemo and radiation? Not smart, is it? And that's where a lot of you walk right up to, like cattle to the slaughter, and are infiltrated with chemotherapy because we don't have anything else but to burn, to poison, or to extract. Better to have a surgery and stay away from the other two, or very serious problems. The percentage rate of survival is what we said earlier. Hard to tell because the truth isn't out there. FDA somewhere around 8% maybe if we stretch it, 10% of the people that undergo that survive. 50, that would, to me, 50% would be a laugh. There's no way. I've spent 40 years of my life in developing health programs for people, and most people come running in here have cancer because they're scared. They tried allopathy and now they've been released. You haven't got long to live. We get this constantly in here. We get the after effects. Very few people come in here that's smart enough to come to us before. You know, we don't treat cancer. We have nothing to do with that. That's an illusionary disease. There's no such thing. You have damaged cells. 5 minutes coming. You have damaged cells by acids, and you must eliminate these acids if you want to regenerate those cells or those tissues. We do it every day here in our health programs. We regenerate the human body. We remove the tumors, the cysts, because this is all lymph stagnation. Lymph stagnation from kidneys that don't filter. So I've had to move a little fast on this video. I only have a limited amount of time to cut all these videos that I'm trying to cut for you guys. But I'm telling you, if you have cancer, you smarten up and grab the bull by the horns. Take the responsibility for your own life. I'll get into diets. I'll get into individual cancers as we add on to this video. And so thank you for now. I'll be back and join you probably tomorrow, and we'll add to this, and we'll go on down that road of cancer and what it is, what it really is, and what does it mean to you, and what you have to simply do to find a remedy to this. And the first thing is to lose your fear and gain knowledge. Thank you so much, and I will add on to this soon. Thank you.